as we mentioned before, all conference plays will be ramping up here in the next couple days. In the next couple weeks here, we'll see our conference champions. So, with that being said, let's go right through the big conferences that we're talking about. Big Ten, ACC, Big East, SEC, Big 12, and Pac-12. Your 6 major conferences when it comes to Big Ten. Basketball. So Big Ten, let's start with them first. Who we think is going to be the title favorite for the Big Ten Championship, or who do we like here? Who wants to go first?
Big Ten, kind of a tough one to call. There's a lot.
Is the Big Ten the best conference in basketball?
No.
Oh God, sorry.
No, it's not.
My fault. Go on, Big Ten though.
But the Big Ten does have a lot of good squads. Ohio State not being one of them. But you got Purdue, you got Illinois, you got Wisconsin, you got Iowa. And I am actually going to pull one out of my hat. I searched around in this UTEP Miners hat, I pulled it out, and I said, I'm going to take the Iowa Hawkeyes to win the tournament.
Iowa Hawkeyes. What are they?
They're the
5 seed or 4 seed?
I thought they were 4.
They might be the 4
No,
seed.
Rutgers is 4.
But shout out Rutgers.
Yeah, shout out
Where the hell
Rutgers.
did they
Hey.
come from? Go Knights. Chop, go Knights.
Yeah, go Knights.
Go Knights. But I think Iowa's a great pick. They obviously can play. They're talented.
They played really well towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Basketball is all about getting hot at the right time.
And they lost on Sunday, I believe, to Illinois by 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Illinois, really good squad. I think, I believe it was at Illinois as well.
At Illinois.
Yes. So, I'm just going to pull that out of my hat. I'm going to say, boom, Iowa, I'll take you. I'll give it to you. Here you go. Have a nice one.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, John, who we got? Who we liking?
I kind of like the Boilermakers here.
Okay.
I think they have that Wisconsin loss for the Big Ten. That's going to be fresh in their minds. Wisconsin won on some bank shot, second shot. I think that's going to be in there. I kind of like Purdue to win the Big Ten.
I'm kind of also in the same boat as you. I like the Purdue one just because all of their major losses, or some of their big losses, they've lost 4 losses on last-second shots.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just something you just don't see. Like, that's an anomaly, right? But the team I'm going to take, and this might be out of left field and it's going to be a dark horse, is I'm going to take Michigan. And the only reason I'm taking Michigan is the last time they were an 8 seed, they ran through the entire Big Ten and won the championship. So I'm going to just be like this. I'm going to take my flyer. I think Purdue's going to be great. I think they probably actually will end up winning the Big Ten. But my flyer is Michigan because last time they were an 8 seed, they went through and they did it. They get Juwan back. They played well. They played really well late. I think it'll be interesting for Michigan here, and I'm pulling for the boys in blue to finish it out here in the tournament just because of last time. Last time they're 8 seed.
I think I just
Who you got?
I just felt Payne do a fist pump in a squad car right now.
Payne is currently in Boca Raton, so
Oh,
he is no longer in the United States, or he's in Cancun or something like that. So he might not even see this, but that's just something I saw. I thought that was an interesting take. Ryan, who you got? Big Ten tournament.
I'm gonna go with Boilermakers. I know it's kind of, safe.
They're great. They're great.
But I think they probably have one of the best players in the country in Jaden Ivey.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a
And underrated player in the country.
Granted,
as well.
they did lose to Michigan almost by 30.
Yeah,
that happens. That's basketball. That happens, though. You know what I mean?
But no, I do think the Boilermakers, and honestly, looking at the bracket side of it, the Boilermakers have the easiest road too. I mean, they might play Ohio State, so there you go.
Hey, you never know. If Ohio State gets healthy again, they might
Yeah,
be great.
I wish. I don't. That's another thing with Ohio State too. I don't know if they're gonna be full healthy come tournament time, because if they get Suing back and if they get Seth Towns, which both of them were really really big players going into this season,
Yeah.
and then they lost them both again. Seth Towns, that's 2 seasons in a row. Since
Well, he's done it. He did it when he was at Harvard too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, he's not very good anyways.
oh God, Jesus. All right, fair enough. But you got the Boilermakers as well. So we got 2 Boilermakers, Michigan, and we said Iowa.
I'm saying Iowa.
All right, so we'll go from the Big Ten, stay on the East Coast, ACC, and then we'll go to the Big East next. So ACC, who we like out of the ACC, John?
I mean, it's chalk, but I'm going Duke. I think this North Carolina loss fresh in their minds.
Right.
They
You
pulled,
can't leave Krzyzewski on that note, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, looking at the bracket, I mean, as the 1 seed should, they have the easiest road.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go chalk here. I'm gonna go Duke.
I'm gonna speak for myself first. I'm going Duke as well. Maybe if you got something different.
You know I'm going with Duke.
Duke, we're going
You
Duke.
know I'm going with Coach
It's hard.
K. you
Coach
know?
K last year. Hey, it's the last dance for him. It's gonna be hard. They got one of the best players in all of basketball. I think it's hard to go against them. So you say you're sticking with Duke as
I'm
well.
sticking with my Dukies. Duke's going to be motivated. Duke's going to be motivated to cut down some nets. After taking that loss.
And a bad one too.
Yeah,
And a bad one.
I'm sticking with my Dukies.
Really screwed our picks over here. So
Yeah, Coach K.
appreciate you.
I'm looking
You know.
good. I don't know what you're
Thank
talking
you,
about.
Coach.
You picked Duke. You didn't pick UNC.
That's fine. The rest of my picks.
Ryan, who you got from the ACC? You got Duke as well.
I'm going Duke as well. I feel like this year's like a really weird year for the ACC when it comes to like basketball.
Well, I mean, UNC's terrible.
I
So
mean-
that's anytime you have UNC being terrible, that is weird.
So like, UNC terrible, Duke. I mean, they're Duke. I
right?
mean, granted, they've been. This is a good year for them, considering the past how few years they've been.
Yeah.
But like, where's Virginia? Or like, where's like Syracuse or like
Yeah.
Miami? Like those teams. Were
Louisville.
like, yeah,
I mean, ever since
Yeah.
Louisville
Teams
got
that
hit
were
with
like- those are almost
ban,
like
they haven't been great
borderline
since.
blue blood like programs
Right.
that are just like, where are they?
And Notre Dame's the 2 seed in that bracket.
Yeah.
They're not even ranked.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for the ACC, especially. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but I think Duke's the easy lock here. Moving to the Big East, though, who do we like out of the Big East? Can I go first?
You can go first.
I am going
First,
with
go first.
my guy, Mr. Wilson, from Bishop Reedy High School. The Friars,
Going
Providence.
with the Friars.
I'm riding
Going
Providence,
with
and the
the
Friars.
Friars.
Our teacher went to Providence, right?
Yeah.
that's the whole reason he had the
He
pin.
claims to.
He claims
He's a
to.
big
We
Friar.
don't know. We don't know.
He claims.
I'm taking Providence. I think they have been an underrated team all year. Obviously, you could pick Villanova. You could pick like Xavier Butler. You could pick those guys that have done the tournament, done well always.
Mm-hmm.
I think Providence has been one of the most underrated teams in all of basketball, not just in the Big East. Obviously, they won the Big East; they're the 1 seed. But I think Providence is a really good pick here. I'm rolling with the Friars.
Yeah. I was thinking about going UConn just because I thought the majority would be on Providence. But I can't go against Providence. I think they're
Right.
the best team in the Big East. I think they're in the
Consistently too, as
yeah.
well.
And I think they're in the top 10 or they're like 11 or something in the
Yeah,
AP
they're
poll.
fringing.
So I'll go with Providence.
We rocking Friar Nation, or are we going Nova? We going Butler? Where are we going here, John? Will.
Well, I reach into my tiny little hat here.
Okay, Utah.
Well, it's not that tiny. It's a normal size hat.
Normal
Reached in my hat here. And
Go
I,
Miners.
I said, okay, there's Providence, there's Villanova, there's UConn. What's going on? And I came out with the UConn
Huskies. Go
Okay.
Huskies. Hey, rough. All my dogs. Roof.
Yes, all my dogs.
All right. Cardiac
Oof.
Kimba gonna
Yes,
show up.
Yes, I do like Providence though. I am a big Providence fan. But if you're asking me who do I think is going to make it farther in the tournament, I'm actually leaning towards Villanova doing that.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I like it.
Ryan, Big East.
I'm gonna go a little chalk here. I'm gonna go Nova. I got some friends that I know are Nova fans, and I mean, Nova's won that tournament and that conference how many
Consistently,
times
yeah.
in the past? I mean, they're like the Gonzaga of that like conference.
Yeah.
Even though that conference is a million times better than whatever conference Gonzaga's in, but like,
Right. But I mean, it's hard to go against. It's hard to go against what you've done. I mean, sometimes consistency is key here. But going to one that I think will be, I think the most exciting. Personally, I'm going to say the Big 12 here. I think that'll be a really exciting, just an exciting tournament for
Will it
conference
be
wise.
exciting?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be
I think it'll be
exciting or
exciting.
not
I really do think it'll be
exciting
exciting.
or boring?
I think if I had to pick between exciting and boring, I'm going to say exciting.
Oh,
So I mean, I think you have a
That's
lot of really talented teams in this. But Big East, Big 12. John, who we got coming out?
So I'm going back and forth. Texas Tech or Kansas. I'm going Texas Tech. I just kind of like their team. They got a good chemistry going on. They play well together. I think they can make a run, and I'm going with Texas Tech.
Okay, hey,
Red Raiders.
Red Raider.
Red
Baby.
Raiders.
That's how we do it. Will, in this exciting Big 12 matchup, the one that's really exciting.
let me tell you, this is going to be a tournament filled with
Excitement. Okay, what do we got? Who we got coming from it?
There is, there's a ton of parity in the league. Clearly, the number 1 seed Kansas Jayhawks, number 2 seed Baylor somethings.
Number 4, Texas.
Baylor somethings. What are they?
Baylor Bears.
The Baylor Bears.
Sick
Right.
one.
Note to Baylor, maybe pick a more interesting mascot next time. Anyways,
Just a heads up.
they are the favorites, and I got to do it. I got to go with my homie, Mr. Bill Self, and the Kansas Jayhawks.
Rock Chalk.
Yeah, I got to do it.
I think actually a dark horse here would be really huge. Would be Iowa State. I'm not picking them. I think they will be a dark horse for us because I think Texas Tech is going to beat them.
Mhm.
But I think that if Iowa State was going to upset, I think they could run through the rest of that. But I'm going to pick actually the defending champs. I'm going Baylor here. I'm going Baylor Bears.
How many times have you picked Baylor this season?
4.
How many times have they won when you pick them?
This is when it matters.
This is when it matters most. Don't worry.
matters
This is
the
when it
most.
matters.
They're not going
They're
to
gonna turn
mail
it
it in. They're
on.
going to
They're
turn
gonna
it
turn
on.
it
The butt game is pretty important.
Listen. All I'm going to say is
They lost
this:
that.
they are what I would call a light switch. They're just going to turn it on. They're just going to flip it
Wow.
on. They're just going to go.
What an analogy.
One analogy. It's like when a room's dark and you're like, "Oh my God, we're the Baylor Bears." Bam, light switch on. They're there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking Baylor.
I'm sure that's what it is. Yes.
I really hope, to all things good and gracious, if they lose, especially to Oklahoma, or don't win this, if they don't make the final, I'm never picking Baylor again. You can book it, you can mark it. Mark my words here.
All right, put this down, folks. If Baylor loses, or
Doesn't make the championship. I don't even
if
care
Baylor
if they
does
lose.
not make the championship, Harrison is picking Baylor to lose their first round game in the tournament.
Facts. I'll put it on my bracket. All right.
Okay.
Ryan, Big 12, in the exciting Big
For
12.
the exciting Big 12, I'm going to go the exciting pick of Kansas.
All right. Hey, Rock Chalk.
That's very
Rock
exciting.
Chalk.
That is
Rock
very
Chalk.
exciting.
Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Yep.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
So shout out them. I mean, I almost threw the Ivy League in here just for funsies. But moving on to the team that's got the biggest, baddest boys in all of football. You know, the hardest conference ever.
The
The Pac-12. I'm glad you were with me on that one. Pac-12, moving to them. John, who we like out of the Pac-12? Are we going Go Buffs? Underrated team?
I have it
We're
on
going
here.
Go Cats?
I was gonna give the Buffs a little shout out, but I gotta go the Cats. Arizona destroyed the LA schools all year.
Oh, yeah.
I think them and Colorado are gonna be the only real
Competition.
for Arizona. And I just trust Arizona more than these other teams. So I'm gonna go Wild.
I gotta hear what you have to say. I gotta hear it.
See, I was between my UCLA Bruins, my UCLA Bruins here, but the last 2 times I've picked against them, they've won. So if I pick them now, they're gonna piss me off and lose.
So true.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick my UCLA Bruins. All right, so I'm going UCLA here. I'm picking UCLA. I think that they're gonna catch fire here. I think they're a really good team. Juzang has the experience to take over a game. He did it all year last year, especially as a playing team, and they beat Michigan State, and they went on that magical run. Upset the number 2 seed in like the second round of, I think it was Arizona or something like that, or whoever it was, or Oklahoma State or something, and then they beat Michigan, the 1 seed, and they pretty much probably should have beat Gonzaga if Suggs didn't hit that runner from half court. I think if they go into overtime, I think UCLA come out on top. I'm picking UCLA. I think they're going to be a dark horse for not only this tournament, and not this tournament, but for the main tournament. I think they're obviously a 2 seed for a reason. I'm looking for UCLA here. Who you got?
Well, let's give us a little history lesson here. So
Okay.
last season,
All right.
Oregon State was the 5th seed in the Pac-12 tournament.
Okay, lay it on me.
And they were they were not going to get in the tournament.
No shot.
We do not think.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs. And then they got hot. They ran through the league tournament. They won the Pac-12 championship.
Okay.
They carried that momentum into an Elite 8 appearance.
And a big win, too, in the tournaments, too. They upset the 1 seed?
No, because Chicago Loyola beat
Illinois. You're right,
and
you're
then
right.
they beat Chicago Loyola.
I cannot recall the bracket by memory.
That is all right, but are you big on the Beavs, right? Am I going to see a 12 seed make
The 3 and 27.
All right, go on. No, go on.
Whoa. So,
Beavs.
no.
I'm saying you were saying about
Finish the story.
I'm saying you were saying about the Beavs. Go on.
So, the Beavs got hot. They won the tournament. They went on a fire run.
Okay.
They went on a fire run. But then I look. Oregon State's won 3 games this year. Yo, that is rough. And then I'm looking at my Colorado Buffaloes.
Your Buffs.
Hey,
Go
My
Buffs.
Colorado Buffaloes.
Fear of the Stampede.
Now they are not the fifth seed. They are the 4 seed. They're
Okay.
even better. So does the Pac-12 have another conference or another Cinderella story in this conference tournament? I am here
Why
to
not?
tell you. Why not? Why couldn't it be
Why
the
can't
Buffalo,
it be them?
the Colorado Buffs? And I'll tell you why not. Because Arizona is going to win the Pac-12 tournament.
So are you big on the Cats? You think the
I'm
Mountain
big
Cats?
on
All right.
on the Arizona Cats. Yeah.
Hey, go Cats.
But
so,
hey, shout out Corvallis, beautiful town in Oregon.
hey, all I gotta say is Oregon State. This may not be your year, but there's always
Hey man, all those games were close.
Dude, man,
Yeah,
that
sure.
is such a raw
Nebraska?
record to look at.
Oregon State. They're right there, right there. I don't
Yeah.
know. Ryan, Pac-12. Who we got?
I'm going UCLA.
You're going UCLA?
Oh.
All right, well, go Cats.
Come on! Come on to the UCLA side here, Ryan. I appreciate you. Welcome. We are open arms, okay? I think our last one is the SEC, which I think will be actually one of the more interesting ones as well. I think the Big 12 is definitely going to be the biggest one. I think the SEC will be a fun one as well. So who we got coming out of the SEC? John, lay it on me.
So there's a couple ways you can go here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Pick the hometown favorite, obviously, with Auburn.
I'm gonna go Kentucky. I just think they're really hitting their stride right now.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously they got the best coach in the conference. So I'm just gonna go Kentucky.
Hey,
Go Wildcats.
they got one of the best basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably the Wooden winner of the award. Wooden's the best player of the year award. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of it. Wooden Award or whatever, but I think that's a great pick, and I've got a buddy that's big on Kentucky, so I might be in that boat with you. Will?
So I'm looking at the SEC here. I'm looking at the Southeastern Conference Basketball
Association of America.
the SEC Basketball League, and I'm thinking, okay, so we got a lot of tournament teams here.
For sure. At least I think 4 or 5.
At minimum.
More than 5.
Yeah, 5 locks at least. And you know, the team that's sticking out to me is that number 1 seed Auburn. Yeah, they are sticking out to me. They've played. I mean, they're 16-0 at home, and 27-4 overall. And I just think that they have played the best in totality, like throughout the whole season in the SEC. So I'm going with War Eagle, Auburn Tigers for the dub.
I think that is a good point. I was going to bring up their home record. It is impeccable. It was Ohio State at one point. But I'm actually going to go against not only Kentucky,
No way.
not only against Auburn.
Don't say it.
I'm going Vanderbilt. What? No, I'm not going Vanderbilt. Stop it. Stop it. No, I'm with Will. I'm going Auburn
okay.
here. War Eagle, claw up. I know my buddy that's a big Alabama fan is probably not going to like that, so I'm going against them. I'm going against Kentucky. I think the home game matters the most here. I know they don't necessarily play at the home stadiums. I think it just matters when you have the team that's consistently can play the best. I think the biggest rival that they're going to have is Kentucky when that is, but I think that Auburn's got the length. I think they've got the skill, they've got the talented players, and I think just a couple losses they had were kind of flukes, like the Arkansas loss to them. I mean, that is just, they played out of their mind. They had that one, I think it was a freshman, he had like 27 points. Like, you just won't see that very often with some young guys. So I think Auburn's got the experience, they got the talent, and I think they're going to run away with it personally.
Man, Georgia is 6-25. How does that happen?
Hey, but they won a college football national championship.
That's all that matters.
Shout
who
out
was,
to all
that
Bucks.
matters.
Oh man, you're gonna kick me off the show.
What?
Who was Georgia? I think it was the number 1 pick. A couple years ago, didn't Georgia have a player in the NBA?
Oh, in the NBA?
Yeah.
God, what's his name? I don't think he was the number 1 pick, but he was a pretty high pick. God, what the hell's his name? Look that up.
I'm looking it up. Georgia
Ryan,
NBA.
Ryan, who we got SEC
I'm
here?
going Tennessee.
Oh, God. Volt?
No, that's a good pick.
Vols?
Volunteers.
Go Vols.
They've won 9 of the last 10.
Every time I picture that. Go
9 of the last 10. The one loss was to Arkansas, but they rebounded and beat them for the last game of the year. They beat Auburn in that stretch and Kentucky. So I think they're probably the most hot team in the SEC right now.
Arguably all of basketball.
Whoa, what?
You're beating
I think
two
it's
top 10
exciting. It's
teams
exciting.
right there.
It's exciting.
It's
No,
exciting.
I-
Not near as exciting as the Big 12. I can't emphasize that enough.
He was the number 1 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft. It was Anthony Edwards. Currently
Oh,
plays for the
golly,
Minnesota
yeah.
Timberwolves.
He's not bad at basketball.
No, he is 20 years old.
He went to
was
Georgia?
born in 2001.
He was the only good thing that Georgia had.
Yeah.
He left. They got 6 wins now. They're terrible.
and they weren't even like good when he was there.
No.
He was just
Yeah.
dropping like 80
He was
points a
dropping
game.
like 30 points and be like,
Yeah.
all right, we lost. That's cool. Whatever. No, I wouldn't kick you off. Anthony Edwards is my guy. He's on my fantasy team.
Oh, is he?
Currently out right now, which is kind of
Oh.
pissing me off, but that is what it
There you
is. Before we wrap up the whole conference talk here, do we have any teams we should look out of in the major? I mean, obviously Gonzaga. Should look out for them.
Yeah, are we gonna pick their conference?
I think
I'm
I
gonna
you think
win.
Pepperdine
Well,
Waves could?
well,
I think Pepperdine Wave's going to give us a dark
Going
horse
with,
here. Right?
Gonzaga.
Well, we're already in the championship game.
Yeah,
for
they
that
have their
one.
their
They're already in the
championships tonight.
championship game, so it's a little late for that one. But Gonzaga.
Come on, Gonzaga. Come on. I'm saying other than like Gonzaga, we got any other dark horse teams that we should be looking out for the whole tournament? I think some of the you get those small ones. I think Buffalo obviously is the Buffs. Colorado Buffs obviously are in a major conference, but they're going to be a dark horse. But have we got any teams we should be looking out for?
I'll give you one that maybe you should look out for. Maybe you should write it down.
Okay.
But the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Okay.
I could see them sneaking into that SEC championship game.
Okay.
I could see them sneaking into a Sweet 16 second weekend. So I kind of like the Arkansas Razorbacks, team that we didn't hit earlier.
I think out of a non-major conference, the 2 teams I think you should look out for is St. Mary's, and I think you should also be looking out for my Loyola Chicago. I mean, I know that they obviously always have the Cinderella run with Sister Jean and all that stuff, but I think they've done well these past couple years, and I think experience matters. So, John, you got any dark horse teams we should be looking out for not in the major conferences?
I'm sticking the SEC for mine.
Okay.
I kind of like LSU. I think they could be like a 6 or 7 seed that beats the 2 or 3 seed
Mhm.
in the second round and make the Sweet 16. I kind of like LSU.
Okay. Ryan, you got anybody?
Not in particular, no.
Okay. Well, we're real excited over
Whoa.
there. Well, calm down.
He doesn't have anything particular.
Calm down over there, man. Sorry
He
about
doesn't have anything particular for us.
Well, that kind of wraps up the segments there. So let's move into our games of the week.